guys, welcome to my crazy little channel down here in Australia. Okay, so what am I doing? I have, yes, that is a nail file. It's an old one, and I'm scuffing up some thickers. Why? I bought these thickers. I love the words, don't love the colour. So I'm going to change it. This is not my favourite way of doing it by the time I'm finished, because it's really hard to clean the edges up. So I'm not a fan of doing it like this. Won't do it that way again. However, we live and we learn. This is a power scrap. The reason it's a power scrap is because I wanted to show you a way of doing something a little bit different to get the look you want. Now, all I'm doing here is just adding, this is just titanium white Montmartre paint. That's all it is. It's just a water paint. It's called Montmartre Studio Acrylic Paint Titanium White. And its opacity is solid. So that's why I buy it. That's why I absolutely love it, because it's nice and thick. I thought if I went over this 2 times, the paint would stick to it really well and it would be a nice contrasting white. In the end, as it turns out, it's not what happened. I've got these just stuck onto a piece of wax paper so that they will come off again. And at this point, I just go, all right, leave it like that. And me drinking my coffee in fast forward. And right, just move it out of the way and move on to the next thing. Okay, so I'm doing this tape gun. I swear it's going. I like to try things out, and I thought, this is smaller. It might work for my hands. It's horrible. I don't like it. Every single refill that I've put in that machine, that tape gun, has caught, grabbed, glued on top of itself. Like, I can't do it. I can't handle it. It does my head in. I will not spend the money buying those tape. What is it? It's a homehobby.com strips white and permanent. It is honestly the most frustrating tool that I have ever bought in my life, in my craft room. Right, so here you go. Here is where you get to see crazy in action. I am just adding, okay, that's not how I want to do it because I don't get a nice straight line. All this is tear tape. That's all it is. Nothing fancy. And I just wanted to divide the page in an uneven quarter setup. That's what I wanted to do. So I use my crystal, wish it was crystal, that'd be awesome. My acrylic block, stamping block. That's what I use to tear my tear tape nice and straight. I do the same thing with washi tape. It's a perfect square edge, and it gives me a nice clean tear. I am just creating a random pattern. No part of this is repeated on the next bit. I'm using 1/4 inch and 1/8 inch tape. That's all I'm using. And I'm just adding them all the way around until I'm happy with what I think might look good. So then the magic happens. I absolutely love it. I've used foil flakes before, but I've never invested in foil, what do they call it? Not heat like I never spent money on the heat transfer, the pens and all that. So I never went down that rabbit hole because I don't know why. I just don't think that I use it enough to justify the expense, you know, the machines and all that sort of jazz. Now I've learned that, you know, you can use a laminator to get the same effect, blah, blah, blah. Okay, what I'm doing here, I'm just using my acrylic block and I'm just really burnishing this tape down good and proper. Then I just remove the tape. Now, here's the magic. So this is Poppy Craft transfer foil. That's what this is. Comes in a pack of 10. I've never ever in my life used this before. So this is my very first time and I'm recording myself, no pressure. And I felt the pressure, people. I really felt the pressure. I was like, this better work. I'll be so frustrated with myself if this doesn't work. So I burnish it down. Now I'm using my Teflon bone folder and look at that. It worked a treat. Here's where the Scrooge in me comes out. And because I've never used it before, I thought, oh, maybe I can just do it like this. And I'll just burnish it down and then I'll match up the other side and it'll be perfect. Don't be a Scrooge. Don't be Karren. Don't do that. It did not work as well as I had first thought. That's my daughter's hand because she's my crafty one, and my youngest daughter's hand. And I called her and I said, come in and check this out. This is cool. And she's like, wow, I want to do that. So essentially what I wanted to show you is how easy it is to do this. This foil that I bought silver and I bought gold. And to be completely truthful with you, it is so easy. Is it the gold that when it arrived, is it the gold that I probably leaned to the most? Probably not. Now this last one, this is where I really stuff up. And I've left it in for you. So learn from my mistakes. Here, right about there. There's my mistake. And then I burnish it a little bit more. Guess what? I burnished the bit that had no foil. Was I cursing myself? Secretly? Yeah, just a little bit. Just a lot. And then I thought, here's a learning curve for everybody. We need to... So I'm trying to get the tape to lift off. My tape that I'm using, by the way, is just the one that I buy from Spotlight. I buy it in a bulk pack. That's all I'm using. It's not hard to use at all. It really isn't. Now, I could have just gone, let's scratch this and no one will be any of the wiser. That's not what my channel's about, peeps. This is what my channel's about. I'll do it. I'll learn the mistake. I'll save you the money, and here's the solution. Right, so I decided, how am I going to fix it? If it went over the tape once, surely it'll go over the tape twice, right? So, burnish it down, see what happens. I've used the same sizes, just laid it over perfectly over the top. You can see, obviously, where it was before, which it still is. And then I got myself a fresh piece. Don't be a Scrooge like Karren. And then I just burnish it down again. And this is where, look at that. See? So much easier. Don't be stupid. Don't do what I did. It is so simple. You could do anything and everything with this. You could, I wanted it to look sort of like, I don't know, sort of like rays coming from her, but I wanted it to be, you know how I think I did a page like that not long ago with an offset triangle, so it was like two triangles pointing towards each other, like a chevron sort of, but not an obvious pattern. I didn't want the stripes to be even or anything like that. Now, here I go again, thinking I can, maybe just one more coat will fix this. It doesn't. What am I going to do? This video is all about, let's see what I can do to fix it up. thinking outside the square. So obviously the title's going to completely contrast with the back, and that's what's going to make it stand out. Not a problem. So I decided to raise up my photo on a piece of fun foam, and this is the tear tape that I buy from Spotlight, and it was just easier to use it like that. See how easy it tears off when you use an acrylic block? My fingers don't allow me, when I've done heaps and heaps of scrapping for the day, my fingers don't like me anymore. So pop down my beautiful daughter Angela. She's got the most beautiful smile. That child, she absolutely melts me with that smile. If she knew how much she could get out of me with that smile. I know she doesn't watch these videos, so she's not my crafty one. I'd be broke if she knew how much she could get out of me with that beautiful smile. So this is where I go, okay, you need to get rid of if you can hear coughing in the background, I apologise. All three of my children, first week of the school holidays, decided, let's get the flu. So they're all out there coughing and barking, and I've hidden away in my craft room so I don't get it. 2 out of 3 of them have had the flu shot. I've had my flu shot. But my youngest, unfortunately, did not have the flu shot, and she got it the worst. But lots of fluids. She's come out the other side okay. So here I am trying to clean up the edges of where I was just really rough with the paint. And I was so close to just throwing this bit out. And then I thought there has to be a way of fixing it that the photos don't do justice for it. And look at me, I'm trying every tool under the sun. I actually think I'm going to I saw them, I think Kaiser Craft sell them. And they're like little files. I never felt the need to have it before, but my mind, when I was doing this, I thought, you know what, if I had those files, that would have made that job so much easier. But that's okay. It's all good. So I get there in the end, and I end up bringing in one more medium, and it saves the day. Are they perfect? No. Are they anything and everything? So here I am practicing on my little leaf. It worked. Let's give it a go. So this is my, what's it called? Liquid pearls, white opal. This is the only liquid pearls I have still at this point, but I do know I am going to buy more because this went over the top and it just made it look more metallic, and I thought, you know what, that'll look so much better next to that metallic gold anyway. So didn't end up throwing it out. You can see the reflection there. It goes from being a matte white paint to a nice pearl, and it was beautiful. And it didn't take very long to dry at all. I did use my heat tool because, as we've established in the last few videos, it's not the best anyway. So it was more like a blow dryer. And yeah, I glue it down and it looks perfect. I did consider coming in with some florals around the edges of the photo, but I wanted this one to be more of a power scrap to show you the technique of how easy it is to use transfer foil. No heat required, just go for it. Now this is where I was like, where am I putting it? And it actually all nestled in together beautifully there. So that's where I put it down the bottom. Now I looked at it and I thought, as I was putting this on, I thought I need something else on this page. Even for me, it's a bit bland. It's a bit too no ephemera. No stickers, no extra bits. There's none of them on there. I fix it. Stick with me. Only a couple of seconds to go and you will see what I do. and it looks magic. I did consider going with the liquid pearls. I thought, oh, am I going to do that? And then I thought, no, stop. So this is what I do. I grab the Glossy Accents and I just created a little flower shape just with dots. And because it's glossy, it makes that cardstock underneath, which, can I just tell you guys, I have to let you know, that black cardstock costs me like 11 cents a piece. The white cardstock costs me, because that's not the textured stuff, this is the Poppy Craft stuff. No, this is the stuff I got from Amazon. And the white stuff cost me like 9 cents a piece. So this whole page has cost me maybe $2 tops. Because I've had a few people say to me, can you see what it's doing? It's like a watermark on the page and it adds interest without adding more colour. It worked. It was ideal. It was really good. I absolutely loved how this page turned out. So I have done a white on white page before. It wasn't on video though. So here's the close-up. Now it's still wet, so I'm doing my best not to smudge anything. But when they dry, they're so glossy and transparent. Doesn't that look beautiful? Turned out perfect. Give it a try. I'm going to endeavour over the weekend to figure out, this video is not going up till next week, but I'm going to figure out about a Facebook group so we can share, so I can see what you guys create with my ideas too. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Like and subscribe, and I'll chat to you next week or later in the week. Thanks. Bye.